Hey guys! So, in this video, I am going to tell you about who this is. I'm going to tell you about the trip that I just made to come here to North America. I'll tell you where I am and yeah, what's been kind of going on for me in the last few days since you guys have seen me here on this channel. So first of all, I also want to say Happy Mother's Day to everybody watching, whether you are a mother or not, whether you have human children or fur children or no children. Maybe you have a business. Maybe you have something that you mother that's not, hopefully it's not a toxic relationship. We mother those things. But I just wanted to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there in whatever form you take. Thank you for your nurturing. Thank you for your willingness to give of yourself to others, especially when it's hard to do so. Thank you for everything you've given of yourself so others may thrive. I actually got to see my mom just yesterday. She's left. She's gone now. But we got to have a really nice Mother's Day brunch yesterday, and I gave her the earrings and some cacao and some volcanic salt that I brought from Guatemala, and she was thrilled. I also told her about my name change to Ava. She thought that was a wonderful Mother's Day gift because she's Eve. It's not her, Eve. Hi everyone. Yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to give you wherever you are today. I just want to send you some love. So, oh my God, that tea's so good. Burdock root. Okay, so one thing I want to show you guys, maybe not in this video, but in the video soon, is I ordered a bunch of stuff that I can't get in Guatemala, or it's much harder to get in Guatemala. So I hit up Amazon and I got a bunch of stuff, and so we're going to be doing an unboxing. It's not stuff you guys bought for me. I didn't open myself up to receive in that way this time. My blessing, I was talking to my niece, she's 7, about, what it means to be rich. And she said, well, you can be rich in money, or you can also be rich in blessings. And it's like, yeah, good one. Like, yeah. So, I received so many blessings, as we all do. And yeah, so these are just stuff I ordered for myself. Amy, you can't speak about your mother, but you're a mother, so thank you. Yeah, you know what? It's funny that, it's like it could be like our mother, and a lot of times for me, Mother's Day is about how I relate to like my mother and like wishing my mother a happy Mother's Day. But I realized yesterday, I was like, wait a minute, so I wrote her like a nice Mother's Day letter. I didn't have a card, so I wrote a letter. And I realized, I was like, oh wait, I should write one to my sister too, because she's a mother. And I forget, sometimes we have our fixed ideas of like who the mother is or what a mother is, and sometimes we can benefit from being like, wait a minute, how am I a mother? Like, what mothering qualities am I cultivating in my own life? Like, oh wow, I can actually take a moment to also acknowledge myself for the ways that I nurture. Because isn't that like mother, like to mother is to like to nurture, to provide, to care for, to love, to feed, right? To all the ways that we nurture and support, or are nurtured and supported. Now, that's like the light side. The shadow side is like the smothering mother, the controlling, manipulative energy that thinks it knows better and tries to enforce its preferences on someone else rather than like cultivating and supporting the natural beingness of that creature to thrive, So I think there's a shadow and a light to all things, including the mother. Oh, hi, Tiffany. Hi, honey. Yeah, so, God, Tiffany Crosby. So good to see you, honey. So I am in New Jersey right now. I'm at my sister's house in Hamilton, New Jersey. I'm just here for a visit. I'm not moving back to the States. I'm just here visiting my family and picking up some things. Like I got and I ordered a new ukulele. So maybe I'll sing. Maybe I'll sing. Choochie choochie. Gina, oh, you're the one who had the home birth. Hi, yes, my sister was telling me about you. And she's also said, but she probably won't be watching videos because she just had a baby. But I was like, you know what? what? I bet she might just be watching the video. So Gina, so my sister is a midwife, and Gina, hi Gina, how was it? Congratulations, happy Mother's Day. Wow. So Gina just had a baby here in this audience, and she had actually reached out to my sister to be her midwife. I don't know what happened. She said you guys didn't end up working together. You did. I don't know. But she was sending you love and saying that you were awesome. And congratulations. Nice. Amber says the best day of her life was becoming a mom. Only imagine. Maybe you guys know, I would like to become a mom. I'm kind of like getting to a place where I can just let go and just kind of say, okay, life, what do you want from me? So I was on the plane coming over here. I took a direct flight from Guatemala City to Newark, New Jersey. It's an overnight flight. It's great. 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Fantastic. And I had my noise canceling headphones on, and I was trying to sleep, and at some point there was just this a baby, like a child or a baby or some young human thing was making very, very loud noises, and so loud it was getting through the noise canceling headphones that I was wearing. And I just felt a lot of compassion for that mother, because that must have been really hard for her. Everyone is giving her and her child really angry looks, and understandably, it was very late. She was crying very loud, or the child was crying very loud, and it's wow. It must be really hard to be a mother. As a woman, I feel a lot of hormones that give me a baby, give me a baby, the hormones are real, right? But we don't the proverbial we, are not necessarily thinking ahead to what that would actually entail. Because motherhood's a lot of sacrifice. And yeah, there's a lot of cuteness, but it's also a lot of work. And they test you, and you have to be patient. And I actually have been, one of the reasons I haven't made a video since I arrived is I've just been with my niece this whole time, and she's been very excited about me being here, so much so that from every moment since she wakes up till the last moment of the day, she just wants me. Erika, 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 Erika. It's yeah. So she left, so her dad picked her up, and so now my sister's off at a birth, and I'm here in the house, and Skye and I just went for an amazing walk, and we found a little patch of forest. In fact, you guys haven't seen Skye yet. Skye, come here. Come here. So this is my sister's dog. Come here. Come here, good girl. Come here. Come here. Come on. Hi. Oh, hi, Skye. Hi, Skye. Yeah. Skye, do you want to come meet my friends? Come here. Come here. Yeah, Amy, when you have kids, it becomes all about them. I see that. I see that, my name. Hi, yeah. Hi, Skye. So this is my sister's dog, Skye, who's a total sweet girl. Oh, no. Skye, what happened? There we go. Let's look at Skye. Oh, I'm hitting things? Oh, my sister's yarn. Oh, gosh. It's not what to do. So Skye and I just went for a great walk. After the kid left, my nervous system was like, okay, what do we do? Do we clean up everything? Because there's a lot that needs to be cleaned up. It's no, what would someone who loves themselves do? Let's go for a walk. And we went for a walk to the nearby church, this Archangel Raphael church, which is really cool. And I noticed something I never noticed before when I was here last time. These plants. These plants behind this Mother Mary kind of statue praying place. I was ooh, what's that? And I followed the trail of plants. It's ooh, ferns. And, ooh, and I came upon this patch of forest that was so overgrown and just so delightfully wild. And we just kind of stood there for a while, and it's well, there's no path. We can't really go down in there. And then there was a cat, and it's wow, this is a great place for cats. And then we're kind of just wandering around the edge of this forest, and I'm just like, oops, I dropped Skye's leash. What are we gonna do? Like, oops. She just like stayed with me. But we kept following along until I found like these, I don't know, the plants were like just calling to me. And I found this plant and I was like, that's mugwort, mugwort. So I found this like patch of mugwort. And the patch, this is like a really magical plant. And then that patch of mugwort led me into like, oh, there is a path down into this wild, overgrown, deliciously menacing, not menacing, but like, oh, it's full of brambles and bushes. And so I wandered into the little patch of wild forest. And actually, I made a video there in the High Vibe Tribe, so you can see it there. But yeah, it was like a good dose of wild. And here I am, I'm in like suburbia, and I'll show this to you later. I'm like in suburbia, and it's little boxes on the hillside. It's like, I was thinking about this when I landed. It's like Guatemala. My life in Guatemala is full of all these like curvy lines. All these like beautiful curvy lines and spirals and all these like organic natural shapes. And then I come here to the United States, and my impression is like straight lines. Like everything is very straight line. So I feel that, right? And I can feel that it's like, whoa, that's not natural. That feels like a kind of pressure, or like a kind of it feels like kind of antiseptic. And so when I found this like little patch of wild forest with all of its curvy, swirly, beautiful lines, and I went in there and we just wandered around and hung out in the forest, it just felt like medicine. Like it felt like something in my heart just went like, ah, ah. So if I were living here, which I don't want to, and I wouldn't like, I'm not choosing that, but I'm just saying, if I were, for whatever reason, choosing to live in suburbia, I would have to go to the forest quite a bit as just sort of like therapy, Yeah. So I'm also reading this book called Women Who Run with the Wolves. Did I tell you about my idea for a wolf tattoo? I'm really connecting with this wolf avatar, and there's this like wildness to it, and this idea of this like wild woman archetype, that we all have this like wild woman within us, and the more that we suppress her, the more we become like depressed and just kind of like cut off from the real vitality of life. And so reflecting on that, I was really, and then as I was standing in this forest, just like feeling so good amidst all the swirling wildness, it's just like, I really believe we need to give ourselves a dose of wild in order to feel happy. And in fact, I think that's one thing. Oh, hi, Wendy. Oh, yeah, of course you go to the forest. You're such a wild woman with so much medicine to give the world. Bye, Luke. Have fun. Trisha, I adore you too. And hi, Tamara. Hi, honey. Amber, do dandelions grow? Oh my God, there's so many dandelions. In fact, I've been dreaming of dandelions since I got here. Yeah, I had dandelion miso paste with my bagels for breakfast. We have dandelion salad, like greens that we're eating, like lots of dandelions. Fun fact about dandelions, they help you detox. They're really good for the liver. So the earth gives us dandelions in the springtime as a way to help us detox the stagnation from the winter, which is so funny that people here so often in this culture think that they're a weed and have these chemicals that they spray on everything to like kill the medicine that the earth is giving you to stay healthy and clear your system after the winter. It's just like very interesting. But what I was saying is that appreciating that therapeutic wildness that I think we all need just gives me a lot more perspective on why I love living, in Hummingbird Valley. It's a very wild place. It's a very wild place. And I love it and I miss it. And I'm happy to be here, but I'm also really excited to go home. Hi, Cheryl. Yeah, Stella's my baby girl. Hundreds of years, people pulled grass from their lawns to make maroon dandelions. Jane, they were smart people. Oh my God, Laura says she was raised eating dandelion and mashed potatoes and garlic. That sounds amazing. Kathy, will they help with gallbladder attacks? I don't know, but that'd be something to look up. I think someone was saying poor people in Guatemala want houses and you're here and you want wild. You know, it reminds me of the guy when I was going through immigration, coming here to the US, arriving in Newark. You know, they're going looking through my stuff and asking me, you know, so where were you? Guatemala. Why were you there? Like, why were you there, ma'am? And I was like, because it's amazing. And he looks up at me and he's like, well, then why do they all want to come here? And I was like really sleep deprived, so I didn't, you know, I wasn't like witty on top of it. And I just said, well, they're really poor. So, you know, people do want to come to America for economic opportunity, and they do want to have better homes. You know, of course, people in Guatemala, their idea of better homes now are like cinder block homes. So I think what's universal is like we all want a good home, like we all want a good place to live and to raise our families. And I think it's pretty universal. We just want to provide good lives for our children, for our families, for ourselves. And you know, where does that feel right? In what settings and what conditions and what kind of buildings does that feel right? Hi Roki, hi honey. No, Roki, well, Roki says welcome home. I'm not really home, honey. My home now is in Guatemala. This is just a place I'm visiting. I'm actually in New Jersey, so I'm not, just to clarify, I am not a Jersey girl. My sister's not a Jersey girl. She's just living here. Hi, Scott. Yeah, she's just living here. Ooh, Mary Carmel, what was the herbalist book you once mentioned? You want to go to the library to pick a copy. So I love this book. It's by Rosemary Gladstar. It's called Herbal Medicine? Herbal Medicine for Beginners. Just look up Rosemary Gladstar. She has a lot of great books. In fact, I mentioned that book to my sister. And she said that was the first herbalism book that she started with too. So it's great. It's great. So I think for me, what stands out a lot right now of my experience being here. By the way, this is my sister's hat. So Alia this morning, my niece, like in order to get her to get dressed, we made an agreement. I said, okay, if you get dressed, like then you can pick out the clothes that I wear. And so we went into, so she was thrilled by this. And so got dressed. She got dressed. The fact that she's wearing clothes is the only important thing. Did they match? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. She's wearing clothes. It's great. And so then we went to Mama's room and she started picking out clothes for me to wear. And she picked out like a dress and some crazy pants. And she actually picked out this hat and these earrings. And it was, you know how like minimalism kind of is like very simple and, you know, she's a maximalist. So it's like a lot of clashing patterns, a lot of bright colors. It was wild. So I switched out and I took off everything except the hat and the earrings. So, speaking of the earrings, remember, maybe some of you saw the video where I shared a few of the things that I brought as gifts. So these were a few things I brought for Alia. She loved them. And the earrings were such a big hit. My mom was thrilled. She got them for Mother's Day. My sister was thrilled. Alia was thrilled. She's got pink earrings and unicorn earrings, and yeah, it was great. It was great. You know, and my mom loved them. And she's at a place, you know, do we all really need more stuff? So just some small earrings went a long way. Nice. Rosalind, cool, thank you. Oh, hi, Corin. It's really nice to be here. It's really nice to be with my sister, be with my family, and also to have the contrast. One thing that I really noticed that's very different from here in the United States versus my life in Guatemala, that really was also kind of challenging for me, especially the first night, was that in Guatemala, I pretty much live outside. I mean, I have a house and buildings and stuff, but I spend most of my time in like outdoor spaces or outside or with doors and windows wide open. There's constant airflow. Like I don't have an air conditioner. I don't have an air heater. I don't process my air. It's just natural. And here, I notice that I'm in the house. All the windows are closed. There's like processed air moving through the ducts. I'm sleeping downstairs in the basement. And it's just like I can feel this difference. And it's just like, I don't know, it just feels yeah, I prefer to have that openness. So Mm. Hey, Roki, cool, buddy. Let me see, where are you? I just lost you. You're like you're in Cosme tie-dye shirt, sweater, and steampunk jacket. Well, you sound like that. That sounds amazing. It sounds like you're a maximalist. Um, Robin, in New Jersey, you can hear the white noise of cars. Yeah, you know, that's also something I miss. Like, where are the birds? Do you hear any birds? Okay, I hear like one bird outside, but it's kind of muffled in the distance. And cars. So where I live in Guatemala, we don't have, I mean, there technically are cars, but if you hear a car, it's like, what is that? There's a car. Very, very few cars. Um, and then there are so many birds. Again, I live this like very wild life, like in the mountains, in the jungle mountains, and there are lots of birds everywhere. Um, so I appreciate. Nice, Kathy. She says you live outside most of the time in Mexico. It's hard to go back to Canada. Yeah, those are very different. Um, nice, Amy. She got the large screen so in the front room. So if you're not doing some landscaping, you sit. I love that. I think that's one thing. You know, in the natural building course that I just did, learning how to build homes out of earth. Not only are we learning these techniques of how to build homes out of earth, but we're also thinking about home and like, what do we want in a home? If you could literally design a home exactly to your preferences and design your life the way you want to live it, like, how would you design it? Like, what are your preferences? What do you like? And so we were taught this exercise. In fact, I should do that here, about when you go into a space and just start taking notes of like, what are you drawn to and what are you repulsed by, right? So, you know, I'm drawn to that bench built into the wall with the window and the view, right? I am repulsed by the clutter, right? So, for me, I really want to have like a lot of like spaces to put things away and just everything to have its space. And I love this idea of having like built-in furniture, you know. I'm drawn to the plants on the table. I'm drawn to the art on the walls. Okay, given that, I know that, so how can I, you know, take that feedback, because it's all feedback, in order to really intentionally design a space that makes me feel happy, you know? Hi, Daisy Sue. Welcome back. She says she hasn't been watching in a while. Well, you know, we've been here. You know, I take breaks sometimes. You know, I haven't made a video in a few days, but typically I'm around. Nice. Thanks, Lisa. Clean lines. Susan, you say you really like the clean lines. Yep. I like clean lines. I like swirly lines. I like curvy lines. Nice. Hannah Reese says, I built a tiny house and tiny studio and loving it. Storage is the key. Yeah. Storage is the key. Tara, have I noticed any change in the area? No, I mean, well, okay, no. The big thing is, last time I was here, it was harvest season, so it was October. So the big change I noticed is just like, look at this tree outside. Ooh, look at that beautiful tree. Look at that. So that's a big change. Nice. Look at that beautiful tree. So last time I was here, the leaves were just beginning to turn colors, and now they are green, and yes, it's coming to life. The weather was a lot warmer before, and now it seems to have slipped back more into a cold, wet kind of vibe, but it's all right. Here's another change. Look, my sister is starting the permaculture design on her garden. She hasn't gotten very far yet, but she does have an herb spiral, so look at that. So herb spirals are super cool. So that's something I'm definitely... Oh, Lotus, thanks for asking. Yeah, so the tree needs to be taken down. It's still not doing well, but I think my sister is really attached to it. I know she's attached to it and doesn't want to take it down. There's like a whole plan for that part of the yard, but I think she's just attached to it. And look at this. She's got some new art on the walls. Look at that cool wolf again. So cool. And then more settled in. Look at all her yarn. Oh my gosh. There's me and Alia playing. I played the ukulele with her last night. So yeah. She's more set up now. Yeah. How's the black walnut? Is that the black walnut? I don't know. The tree we just saw? I know, the tree is gonna have to come down, but not yet. So anyways, so I'm really excited to make a video opening the packages that I have. In fact, maybe we should just go and do that because I ordered all this stuff and I haven't opened it yet because I'm waiting for you guys because I want to share the joy with you. So I think we might actually, you know what, maybe a little bit later today. I think I may need to just like sit and chill for a bit and just meditate because I haven't really done my practice since I got here because buy some of those caps. She made this. So you can just like search, you know, slouchy knit hat. Did she make this one? Maybe she didn't make this one. I don't know. Now, Susan, you think we should do it now? I do really want to get into those bags, so. Karen, do I think my sister will ever visit me in Guatemala? Yes. In fact, my sister, my mom, and my niece are talking about doing a trip to visit me, which is going to be great. I wish I had a little bit more infrastructure set up for them, but I think it'll be fine. Ooh. How is my sister's? Oh, my sister's mother-in-law. Yeah, she's okay. You know, I think she may come down with the sickness, but I think she's gonna be okay. Mm, 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 mm. A lot of seeds in my mouth. Okay. Lorraine Andrews. Today is 3 weeks of doing yoga and tomorrow is 3 weeks of not smoking. That's huge. You are turning your life around. That is huge, my friend. Congratulations. Nice. Kathy, did I get through customs with my vinegars? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. My vinegars are not a threat. Not a threat to the state. Well, maybe they are a threat because if they help people feel really good, then people won't be so prone to just fitting into the mold and following instructions and just forging their own paths because they feel so radiant in their bodies. So maybe they are a threat to the state. Who's to say? Bryce, you're not as comfortable in the States, are you? Lol. No, Bryce, I'm not. I want to go home. But it's cool. I'm happy to be here with my family. I'm happy to be reminded profoundly of all the reasons why I really love living in Guatemala. Yeah, I want to go home. I really want to go home. I'm happy to be here and I want to go home. This is day 2. I'm ready. I'm ready to go home. No, I'd like to spend a little bit more time with my sister, and then I want to go home. Oh, Lori K, thank you so much, honey. Audrey, who's taking care of Stella? I have a local woman who is going by to feed the dogs, so she's stopping by twice a day, and she's also watering my plants, and they're fine. Yeah, so, yeah. Bah. All right, guys, I am gonna wrap up this video now and probably just sit quietly a little bit and probably clean up a bit, because you know things get messy when you have a 7-year-old around. And then I will open up some of the packages. Okay. Nice, Rebecca. Day 5 back at the gym. Good for you, honey. Felicia Ann, you're new. Welcome to the channel. So I don't normally come to you from the United States. Normally I live in Guatemala. And on this page, I've been traveling all over the world. In fact, I was in Egypt before Guatemala. I was in Indonesia and Thailand and India and other places. But I finally settled down at the ripe old age. Ripe? Am I ripe? I'm ripe. I'm 36 years old. And I'm finally settled down in a very unlikely place called Hummingbird Valley. Yeah, Lynn, any place is what you make of it. You know, that's the thing. If you have the seeds of discontent within you or the seeds of anger within you, it doesn't matter where you go. You're always going to find something to be unhappy about, or you're always going to find something to be angry about. So that's why we have to, cultivate that sense of contentment, santosha, wherever we are. If things are going our way, if things are not going our way, practice letting go of our attachments of the way that we would have things be so we can just be at peace with what is. That is the ultimate art. ultimate spiritual practice. So, yeah, exactly, Jane. I think I do need to meditate because I've just been like, my nervous system has been incredibly taxed by like new environment, new weather, 7-year-old child who constantly wants me, you know, a lot of moving pieces. So, but you know, it's just like the advanced level of the game where it's like, okay, you did well. Now here's the bigger challenge. Like, can you be well when you know all of the things that make you feel good are taken away? You know, it's like, okay. Well, does my wellness originate from the things outside of me, or does it originate from within me? And I can take me anywhere and be okay, or do I need things to be okay so I can be okay? You know what I mean? So, oh hi, Co. Yeah, Co. It's so nice to see you, honey. How you doing? Hmm. Um, Felicia, am I from the U.S.? Yeah, it was technically. Oh, Denise, that's such a good idea. I should go take a bath now. In fact, I should go take. Brilliant. Felicia, to answer your question, I was born in the United States, but I grew up all over the world. So I was born in Silver Spring, Maryland, but then by age 5, I was living in India. My dad worked for the government, like the state, like the embassies, you know, like diplomats were posted at embassies. So he was posted. So India by age 5. Then I came back to the DC area, Maryland. And then when I was age 12, we moved to Paris, France, which was cool, but also was not 12 years old is not a good age to like move and go to another country. And I really resisted and I hated it. And I really wish that I could have been a little bit more mature and enjoyed that more. But also I was going to, you know, my body was changing. I was, you know, my mother didn't come with us. It was a very confusing time. Anyways, long story. Hi, Sandy. Thank you, honey. I appreciate the stars. 12, I was in France, then came back to the States around age 15, 16. And then age 21, I moved to Singapore. And then from Singapore, I traveled to Thailand and India and different places. And then when I was 23, I moved to New York City to go to get a real life and go to college. I went to Parsons School of Design and studied art for a year, but then dropped out of college and moved to Los Angeles to become an actress, which I did, but then it was horrible and I left, and that's when I moved to Boston. And the whole story about, you know, becoming an actress and a professional photographer and all of the things. And I spent about 7, 8 years in Boston. In the last few years of Boston, that's when I started traveling in the winter. So working as a photographer during the summer, saved up my money, and then went traveling in the winter. And that's actually when I started doing these videos. That was about 8 years ago. And then just kept having reasons to travel during the winter ever since. And then finally, just as COVID was hitting, that's when I had landed in Guatemala and just like found what I had been searching for all along. I found amazing community. I found goats. I found like nature. I found, oh, Helen, thank you, honey. Oh, Helen, I have your hummingbirds. Here, I'm gonna be picking out some hummingbirds from the wild to send to you. So Helen, because Helen won from the charity fundraiser. I wasn't able to do, I think I told her, I wasn't able to do the custom hummingbirds because Marina wasn't able to, she wasn't able to do it. But here, tell me really quickly if you like any of these. And you can pick out a couple of them and I'll send them to you. So she won the raffle. So you can take a screenshot or you can just describe it to me if there's a color that you really like. So then as COVID was hitting, that's when that's when I landed in Guatemala and I started writing my book. I could feel this book had been in me for the past like 10 years, and then finally in Guatemala, I know April, I am too, but we're still gonna do it in the future, just not right now. The custom hummingbirds. So I wrote my book, Leaving America with Erika, which you can find on Amazon. If you want to read more about like how I do this, like how I've traveled alone as a woman, Some people don't think that's possible. I didn't think it was possible really either, and then I did it. Um, how to face your fears, how to stand up for what you want, how to go do a thing that people think are crazy. And so I tell that story about, how I got to where I am today. So yeah, you can find my book if you haven't already on Amazon, Leaving America with Erika. And they're doing something really weird. I set the price at like $12, and they put it down to like $5. So I don't know what's going on with that. But before I fix it somehow and it makes it more expensive, if you want to go grab it for $5, it's there. Oh, and I just uploaded a revised copy, so I made some edits, I made some small changes, I linked to my new website. What else did I do? I fixed some typos. Never-ending typos. I was working on the audiobook with my friend, Matt, before he left. And as I was working on the audiobook, I found more typos, which is crazy, because when I researched Guatemala, what about it attracted you? Absolutely nothing, because I didn't research Guatemala. I just went there because I had a friend who was there who said really good things about it, and I trusted her, so I went. And I had nothing better to do because it was winter, and I had just worked hard to do the thing to go to Egypt. And then it's like, okay, well, where am I going to go after Egypt? And it's like, well, I don't know. In fact, I joked for the longest. I worked so hard all summer to get the money together to go on this like divine feminine pilgrimage to Egypt to activate my divine feminine energies, obviously. And I joked because I didn't know where I was going after Egypt. I had the song. I got a one-way ticket to Egypt. I got a one-way ticket to Egypt. Sorry, not working. I got a one-way ticket to Egypt. I got a one-way ticket to Egypt. And then about 2 weeks before I was leaving for Egypt, I connected with this woman, Skye, who was my teacher. She was the one who taught me about my intuitive abilities, about boundaries, about being an empath. She was the one who really taught me about being an empath in Thailand. And then she was in Guatemala. She had actually been more based in Guatemala than Thailand. And yeah, we were talking, we were doing an interview. In fact, that interview is linked in my book. She's in my book. And I just remember having this like feeling, this hunch of just like asking her, Skye, what do you think of me coming to visit you in Guatemala after Egypt? And she said, yeah, that would be great. Come on down. Ooh, Lorraine, thank you. And I did, and I went, and I thought I'd be there for maybe 2 weeks, maybe 2 months at most, and then here I am, 2.5 years later, having bought land, having found the place that feels right for me, and the place I would least expect, Guatemala. It's amazing. Hi, Melissa. Rita, how much are the hummingbirds? They're actually not for sale. I know, aren't they beautiful? These are some of my favorite ones. I really, when I was coming back from Kishaya, I found these really sweet, like, light pastel colored ones, like these. These are so sweet. And these, like, light blue. Oh my gosh, so sweet. So, little pink ones. And of course, my niece, she loved the pink one. I got 2 of the pink ones because I know pink ones are always a hit, so she got one of the... Can I have a pink? Of course you can. And my mom took some to give us some gifts for where she's going. So I don't sell them, but I give them away. Hi, Rosemary. Oh, Rosemary, great. I love you because also you remind me. So we're doing a meetup. Oh, Adriana, thank you for the stars. I appreciate that. So we're doing a meetup here in New Jersey on May 14th. And I need to post the actual instructions about that. But we're going to meet up for 3 hours in a park nearby here in Hamilton, New Jersey. And it'll be a place to hang out and have fun and meet in person. And it would be so great to meet you. It would be so great to connect with you. I mean, that's been something that has been really heartwarming this past year. Oh, and also, speaking of which, tomorrow, so every month now I do, every month. I have my email list on my website to incentivize you guys to join the email list. Also, in case something ever happened to this page and you couldn't find me here, the email list is what keeps us like safer. So to incentivize you guys to join the email list on my website, erikaderrickson.com, I do these monthly raffles. So tomorrow we're having a Zoom call, and I should share with you. So you should have gotten an email about this, and unfortunately Cheney's computer is in for repairs right now, so she was going to send a reminder email. Where's the list? Okay, here we go. So tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be hosting a Zoom call for the winners from this month's raffle, and they are Sheila Graham, Eileen Simon, Denise Sargent, Debbie Johnson, Audrey Lingenfelder, Mary V, Angela Hannafin, Suzanne Quintel, Linda Dorkin, Melody Brown, Tracy Collada, Holly Atkins, Kevin Flynn, Jennifer Medley, Lori Sears, Ayeli Shakur, Anna Rosie, Caitlin DeJong, Emma Litchfield, Nancy Haynes, Bonnie McCauley, Amber McInturf, Anna Whitehead, Kathleen Smith, and Alexis Miller. So if your name is on that list, search your email for Erika Derrickson or Zoom, just find it, and you'll have access to the call tomorrow. Thank you, Patrick. I will say hi to my sister. Also, my sister is excited to see you guys again. So she's cool. But for many years when I was doing the videos, she wasn't cool with the videos and wanted no part of it. But last time I was here, you guys got to meet her. She's amazing, and she also really enjoyed talking to you guys. So we'll get her back at some point, and hopefully she can talk to us about midwifery and all the things, and I don't know. So anyways, let's take some deep breaths together. Wherever you are in your breath cycle, exhale, exhale. Exhale completely. Squeeze your diaphragm. Okay. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. 2 more. Inhale completely. Exhale deeply. Last one. Inhale completely. Exhale completely. That feels good. So, as I wrap up this video from Hamilton, New Jersey, at my sister's house, which you'll see more of later, and you'll meet my sister later, and we'll see Skye the dog later, I just want to say I love you all, and Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers of human children. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers of fur babies. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers of businesses, to the mothers of creation, to the mothers of art, to anyone who nurtures. Happy Mother's Day. Because above all, it's an energy. It's an energy that nurtures, that supports, and that supports the growing of something else, So I honor that energy within you. As I honor that energy within myself. Even though I'm not yet a mother, maybe I never will be. We'll see. It's okay. I'm learning to practice letting go of my attachments and being okay with whatever is. Because then whatever is, I can be happy, and I don't need something outside of myself to align in the perfect orientation for me to be happy. I can be happy and content wherever I go. That's a superpower, right? That's like the ultimate superpower. Nice, Audrey. You're a fur mom. Happy Mother's Day, honey. Happy Mother's Day. All right, guys. I love you so much. I'm going to take some quiet time. Some actual quiet time. My niece doesn't know anything about quiet time. I'm going to take some quiet time, and I will, I'll see you guys later. We'll do a big package opening, because I really want to get into that stuff that I ordered on Amazon, and I'm waiting for you guys, so I'm really waiting on myself, so we'll do that a little later, okay? So I'm going to go have quiet time, have some lunch, and I'm sending you some love wherever you are, whatever you're going through. Just remember, it's okay, and maybe this is here. Maybe this is happening for some bigger purpose. I wonder what it is. What are the life patterns coming up for you right now? Does it seem like there's a lesson that keeps happening over and over? Like, what could that be? you know? So, oh. Okay, guys, I love y'all very much, and I'll see you later. Bye. You're amazing, and I love you. And the world is really lucky to have you here. Don't forget that, okay? Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Bye.